From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is a severe weather alert.
All right, it's 6 o'clock. I'm Fred Gossage along with Taylor Plott and Chase Wilson in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center, just with a quick status update on the severe weather situation. No warnings for any part of the viewing area right now. Storms have been behaving in the northern counties so far, but we have a little ways to go for the evening. There is still this tornado watch over southern middle Tennessee into far northern Alabama until 10 o'clock, unless they pull it early because things behave. We'll see how that goes. I don't want to give a false impression or anything. We have Wayne, Lawrence, Giles, Lincoln, Lewis, Murray, and Marshall counties in Tennessee, and the Lauderdale, Limestone, and Madison counties in Alabama under the watch officially. I'm used to saying Lauderdale and Colbert together in most cases. That's what that is. Tornado watch until 10 o'clock. I don't know if they're going to extend it farther south. That will be up to how the storms behave as they get closer, and that's up to the National Weather Service, and they don't even know the answer to that question yet, because it's going to take storms getting near the state line and seeing how the environment is, and also see how strong the storms still are. So we'll see over the next few hours. Even south of the watch, there is still a threat, so you're going to need to pay attention, but it looks like it may be lower down here. We'll see how it shakes out as we get through the evening ahead. We'll switch over to Viper Live Doppler radar on Lynx 2, and we're focusing on the northern storms first that have been moving through portions of Murray County and Lewis County and into the north. They're behaving right now. Maybe some 30, 40 mile per hour winds up here near Holt's Corner over to about the Lee's Corner area and northeastern areas of Murray, northern Marshall counties, and then extending on over to the Murfreesboro area outside of our viewing area. But overall, storms are below severe limits. And then a few more storms back into the northeast side of Columbia that may have a little bit of heavy rain, 30 mile per hour winds, and a little bit of lightning. Notice there's not much lightning with the activity back in the Murray, Marshall, and Lewis counties. And then with the stuff along the front itself back near Dixon, all the lightning's with this lead activity from Murfreesboro eastward, moving over into eastern Tennessee. This is shifting eastward, but there's the potential for things to develop southward overall as the front approaches. Taylor is putting the activity into motion here, and you can see the front overall is shifting southeast with time while the individual cells move eastward. So we'll watch things carefully. Things are quiet so far. If things start perking up over the next hour or so, it may be from things developing out ahead of this activity. So we'll be watching it, but no warnings for any of these storms right now. We'll switch back over to Lynx 1 and check out the severe weather outlook for the rest of this evening. There is a level 2 out of 5 risk of severe storms here for Lewis, Murray, Marshall, much of Lawrence, much of Giles, and the northern half of Lincoln counties in Tennessee. I do think that's where the greater threat is, even though the tornado watch goes down to the Tennessee River. Level 1 out of 5 risk here. In either situation, it's a lower end risk, whether it's in level 2 or level 1. There could be a couple supercells involved. That's what was moving through earlier near Franklin, Tennessee. We could have a couple more of those this evening. So there could be 1 or 2 tornado warnings possible between now and midnight over southern Tennessee and North Alabama. But these aren't the type of supercell threats like you see on the big tornado days with large, long track tornadoes. So I don't want you to be fearful because I'm using the word supercell. I'm just using that because that's the storm type. It doesn't mean we have a high-end threat or anything like that. We're still talking about a low-end threat of 1 or 2 tornadoes, and if we get a tornado, it's likely to be that small, low-end type. We'll watch it carefully. You still have to take those seriously as well, but overall, this is not some big, scary outbreak or anything like that. A couple of the storms may produce isolated 50, 60, 65 mile per hour wind gust, or hail up to $half sized. I will say that if the storms continue to behave over the next few hours, that threat may go on down. We'll watch it carefully. This has always been a lower end type threat, and we've tried to hammer that into the ground the past few days. But just because it's a low end threat does not mean it's zero. So that's why we still have to pay attention and be on guard. Here's the timeline between now and 9 p.m. I think that's the main threat here for a large part of southern middle Tennessee. The areas in blue. North Alabama, it starts the window opening up around 7 o'clock. Storms may not form right at 7, but that's when the window of opportunity opens up, and then that continues on through about 11 o'clock as things shift southward with time as we get the front to stall across the area as it moves in. As we get deeper into the evening, we're going to lose daytime heating, and then the main dynamics will be pulling away. So as we get deeper into the evening, this threat will start to decrease, but we still have to pay attention for right now. So to recap the situation, no warnings for any part of the area, but there is still this tornado watch for southern Middle Tennessee into far north Alabama from now until 10 o'clock. We'll see if they get to cancel it early, maybe, if the storms behave, or if the storms flare up and they need to extend it farther south. It could go either way at this point, and we don't yet know the answer to that question. We'll just have to see how things evolve through the evening. Our next regularly scheduled update will come at 7 o'clock, but we'll come back sooner if storms flare up and warnings are issued. And you know our long-standing promise here, if any county in the viewing area is issued a tornado warning, we'll be live nonstop until the danger is over. For Taylor Plott and Chase Wilson, I'm Fred Gossage, live from the Tennessee Valley Weather Center. Stay with Tennessee Valley Weather. We'll keep you advised.
You're watching the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel.